In this session, we're going to consider your ancestors, as taught to us by the evolutionists. This chart shows clearly how the painting is made from brushes and paint and so forth. No. That's right. Then neither does this chart show how man evolved from a single-celled organism. It just shows supposedly that it happened, and all they've done is taken existing fossils that they have and kind of put them in a sequence that appears logical. Dug up this little tooth, and it was a fossilized tooth, and I took it into my office, and I studied it, drew out the creature as I looked at it. I know the creature looked something like this. I don't know exactly if it's this way or not, but I know the creature looked something like this. Lucy's only something like 3.5 feet tall, about the size of a young gorilla or a chimpanzee. Well, what do you know? The evolutionist will look at this skeleton with these tools lying around, and he will say, from his perspective, this creature, small, so he might have still been evolving, is not as tall as we are, must have been intelligent enough to use these tools. And from his assumptive point of view, or his biased point of view, he will assume that. A creationist might look at the same tools, the same skeleton, and say, this is probably an ape that human beings, perhaps nomads, killed this ape, used these tools to skin him, cook him on the spot, and move on. Now, which one is it? A picture is worth 1,000 words. You look at that picture, and your mind will tell you, in spite of whatever the caption might say, your mind will tell you, oh, that's what 1470 man looked like. There is no way you know that from that skull. This is highly assumptive. And you see the equation, the various equations for the various methods of dating rocks assume certain things about the equation. Evolutionists assume that the Earth is billions of years old. So in that equation that dates rocks, they assume certain parts are the way they should be, giving them the age they want it to be. All of their dating methods are highly, highly assumptive. Then you kind of give them this look. And then you make them walk around like, and then, oh, he's obviously an ape man. Until they go back and discover that they were bent over because they had debilitating diseases. Very possibly the Neanderthal men were just fully human beings. In fact, most scientists today, when they look at them, they say, give him a shave and a haircut, he will be the same as you and me. By the way, he even had a bigger brain case than you and I have. What is that, Daddy? Now, the little boy does not know. So what does he do? He appeals to his authority, his daddy. Daddy won't steer me wrong. Daddy, what is that? The daddy doesn't know, so what does the daddy do? He appeals to the authority of the museum. He reads the little plaque. Well, Billy, that is Ichthyopaleo, and then the long, us at the end, with its Latin name. And he lived, 130 million years ago, Billy. And the little boy goes, wow, Daddy. And I saw that scene 2 times in one day with 2 different sets of father and son at 2 different exhibits. One of the scientists who measured the Piltdown man's skull said this. I find it fascinating. He said, evolution is unproved and unprovable. We believe it only because the only alternative is special creation, and that is unthinkable.